are the Daily Tech Headlines for Wednesday, December 3rd, 2025. I'm Jen Cutter. On Wednesday, India's telecom ministry issued a new notice rescinding the previous notice of a mandatory pre-installation of the cybersecurity app Sanchar Sathi by smartphone manufacturers. The ministry said, given Sanchar Sathi's increasing acceptance, the government has decided not to make pre-installation mandatory. The app launched in January 2025, and according to the Indian government, it has been downloaded 14 million times and contributes information on approximately 2,000 fraud incidents per day. The ministry also reports that once the news broke about the mandatory and unremovable installation, approximately 600,000 people registered to download the Sanchar Sathi app on December 2nd. Ireland's media regulator opened an investigation of LinkedIn and TikTok over a possible breach of online safety rules under the European Union's Digital Services Act. The investigation will assess if the content reporting mechanisms of the platforms are easy to access, user-friendly, and allow anonymous reporting of suspected CSAM as required by the DSA. If a platform is found to be violating the Digital Services Act, Irish regulators can issue fines up to 6% of revenue. YouTube Australia published their plan to comply with Australia's ban on social media for those under 16, which comes into effect on December 10th. YouTube Australia will automatically log out all users under 16 years old, and further notes that any YouTube channels created by under 16s will no longer be visible to other users nor accessible to the creator. Once a user turns 16, the channel can be reinstated. YouTube Australia's blog post on the matter contains a section titled, "Why This Law Won't Keep Teens Safer Online," and concludes with, quote, "We will continue to work with the Australian government to advocate for effective, evidence-based regulation that actually protects kids and teens, respects parental choice, and avoids unintended consequences." On Tuesday, Arizona Attorney General Chris Mays announced a lawsuit against Temu and parent company PDD Holdings Incorporated, alleging the online retailer is stealing customer data. According to the lawsuit, the Temu app collects sensitive data without consent, including GPS locations, and that data could be requested by the Chinese government. In a news conference, Mays said, "The scope of this invasion of privacy is enormous, and that's why I consider it possibly the gravest violation of the Arizona Consumer Fraud Act that we have ever seen in Arizona." Mays also encouraged people to uninstall the app and scan their devices for malware. Beginning Wednesday, Uber riders within a designated 9-square-mile area in Dallas will have access to robotaxis. These Uber robotaxi rides, in partnership with AvRide, will have a human specialist present in the car to monitor operations before progressing to a fully driverless ride in the future. The cost of the rides will be the same as with a human driver, and users can choose whether they will accept a robotaxi ride or switch to a standard driver. Uber plans to expand the robotaxi availability area in the coming months. Also, Uber partnered with Waymo to begin testing autonomous vehicles in Philadelphia, currently with a safety monitor, and will begin manual driving for data collection in Baltimore, St. Louis, and Pittsburgh. Waymo has not yet announced a timeline for offering robotaxis to riders in those cities. The AI-powered mail app Superhuman Mail, which was acquired by Grammarly earlier in 2025, which then dropped the Grammarly name and replaced it with Superhuman, updated its Write with AI feature to work with the inbox, calendar, and web. The AI can now put together information from other emails and research topics online, and open the Ask AI tool if a clarification is required regarding a prompt. A basic version of the AI features are included in the free and pro plans, while the full version for business and enterprise includes features like personalized AI, which can write like the user. The Verge discovered a Google Discover test replacing original news headlines with an AI-generated version. Sean Hollister showed Google Discover list a headline, "Steam Machine Price Revealed," for an Ars Technica article actually titled, "Valve's Steam Machine Looks Like a Console, but Don't Expect It to Be Priced Like One." The article did not name a price, which is expected to be announced in 2026. Google spokesperson Mallory DeLeon told The Verge this experiment is currently only for a subset of Discover users. Users can find a disclosure reading generated with AI, which can make mistakes, but only if they click the See More button. And Amazon removed the AI-generated English dubs for several anime series on Prime Video. The AI-generated dubs were strongly criticized online for its low quality, and in a statement, the National Association of Voice Actors called it AI slop. The AI dubs, labeled as AI beta in the language selection menu, were previously available for Banana Fish, No Game No Life, and Vinland Saga, which reverted to having just subtitles and Japanese language audio available. For more discussion on the tech news of the day, subscribe to the Daily Tech News Show at dailytechnewsshow.com, where you can also find the show notes and links to every headline. Please remember to rate and review Daily Tech Headlines on your podcast service of choice. From everyone here at Daily Tech Headlines, thanks for listening.